Hello everyone, how you doing today? My name is Allison and welcome to my channel. Welcome everyone. Welcome fellow travelers. Hello to all of my subscribers and everyone new and everyone returning. I welcome you. It's March 18th. Feeling a little bit down today. I think I've been just partaking of too much news, I think, is my issue. I need to not watch the news quite so much. I think that's part of what's getting me down. But spring equinox is coming up here on Friday. So happy spring equinox. And if you're in the southern hemisphere, happy autumn equinox to you. It is supposed to be a time of balance. I used to celebrate all of the holy days like that, all of the special, solstices and equinoxes and the cross quarter days and all of that. I used to do all of that, but I just don't seem to have the time or the opportunity anymore to even decorate. I'm in my home in Saskatoon right now, which is always nice to come home because this is where all of my stuff is. But it's like I'm not here as often, and I miss being able to decorate for the holidays. I really do. I would change up my I have an antique sideboard here that I would decorate to the hilt, with all the seasonal decorations, whether it was spring or summer or fall or Christmas or whatever. It would be decorated up, and I can't do that anymore. At least I feel like I can't do that anymore. And I feel like I'm missing it. I would always color eggs for the spring equinox, and I won't be able to do that this year. And I miss that. I miss doing those little things like that, those little joys. But I'm not sure what to do. I feel like my hands are tied in certain ways. My partner Glenn doesn't celebrate anything. He's a bit of a Grinch in that respect. He just, any holiday or long weekend that comes up, he just complains because he can't get anything done because all the stores shut down. Well, he's a workaholic, and he expects everyone else around him to be a workaholic too. He expects the whole world to just be open regardless of the day, which I disagree with. Everybody deserves a holiday, right? The equinox is about balance, and I'm struggling to find that balance, I suppose. Like I feel like my hands are tied and I can't move in any direction. I feel like, maybe I should just for shits and giggles, I should start looking at job postings again. But then there's usually never anything that I can actually apply for. And that's partly why I've stopped looking for work, because there's nothing that I actually qualify to apply for other than fast food restaurants. And I don't want to work in a fast food restaurant. I'm sorry. That's a fast track to leaving the planet for me if I do that. So, what else? So I had a few things on my mind I wanted to kind of get out there, but just, yeah, so spring equinox is the time of balance, and I am looking forward to warmer days. We've had one last kick at winter. Winter's having its last hurrah. Like, I'm in Saskatoon right now, and the weather's beautiful. It's sunny. Skies are clear. It's melting. The temperature's warmed right up, and the snow's starting to melt. So that's nice. And now that we are farther into the year, I noticed that my own, like, I always wake up with the sun. I've known that for a long time, that in the summer months, spring and summer months, when it's longer daylight hours and the sun rises sooner, I get up sooner, I get up earlier. And then in the winter, when it's darker and the sun doesn't rise till almost 8:30, I tend to sleep in late. I know Glenn, complains about me sleeping in late. Well, that's part of it. Why I sleep late is because it's that I'm attuned to that sun. I'm attuned to those hours when the sun is rising, when the sun is up, and yeah. So now, like, I'm awake at almost 7:30, quarter after 7. Because the sky is light, the sun is coming up, and just my own natural body will wake up with the sun. Um, so I guess I'm trying to recognize those rhythms that I am sort of in balance with what's going on with the earth and with the natural world. Um, I'm looking forward to snow to be gone. Looking forward to be able to go for walks out the farm around the trees and just kind of ground myself there. Like, it's kind of hard to do that in the depth of winter when there's 3 feet of snow on the ground, and where you've shoveled it's icy, and so I'm not complaining about the seasons. Like, I learned to not do that very long time ago, because the seasons change, they shift, they change, they merge into the next one in their own due course. It may not be to our timing or liking, but it does shift and change, and well, I would like things to change in my own life. um, I'm realizing that rapid change is often catastrophic, and none of us want that. None of us want that or need that right now. I realize there's a lot of catastrophic things happening, and none of us really need any more of that. So things will change, even though it's hard right now. Things will shift. They will shift and they will change on their own, and I can only hope that things will calm down on the world stage, because I do feel it. I do feel there is, like, this underlying threat of fear that I just can't shake. Like, it's no matter what I do or what I focus on, it's still there. There's that underlying fear and anxiety, and nothing seems to be comforting. Nothing seems to help it. So I'm not totally sure what to do about that. If I try to take time to sit and meditate, I get distracted. I fall asleep. I guess with the spring and summer coming, I would take a few minutes every day just to sit and be in the garden, and that seemed to help. That seemed to help a little bit, just to be in the garden and to take off the shoes and put my feet on the ground and just sit and be with the garden, with the plants, with whatever was going on. That was always, I miss that. I miss that in the winter, I guess. But we are going to be coming up to a busy time. Even this weekend, like the spring equinox, it'd be nice to find a few moments just to be with that energy. But it's going to be busy. My sister wants to come up with me when I drive back for the weekend, and then of course we got a market this weekend, a vendor market. So it's going to be busy. It's going to be really busy. So finding that quiet time will be challenging for sure. I know I'm the type of person that I crave solitude. I crave having that time to myself where I can just completely and totally let go and unwind and relax. And I can't have that right now. It doesn't matter where I'm at, whether I'm at my place in Saskatoon or at the farm. I cannot have that solitude anymore. And I hate it. I absolutely hate that I can't have that anymore, because that's what helps to keep me stable, right? Is that solitude, is just that quiet time to myself. I think it's part of the reason why I'm so anxious and stressed, is that I can't have that anymore. It's been taken away from me. My place there in Saskatoon, Glenn's oldest child is living here and looking after it because I can't I can't be here as often anymore. Like I miss my home. I miss my home. This is where all my stuff is and I miss it. But I can't just leave it unattended, so Glenn's child has moved in, which is okay. She's a body in the house, but that's about all she is though. There's a body in the house, seen coming and going. And I miss having my house to myself. I guess I just need to suck it up and realize that's gone. Those days are gone when I have solitude. It's all gone. I guess I've tried every means and trick and tip and method and to manifest extra money and abundance, and it doesn't seem to work. I seem to be stuck in this cycle where I just can't seem to. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where I'm going with that. I'm just rambling on with all these thoughts in my head, and just trying to. If I can get them out, then I tend to feel better. If I just release them and talk about them and put them out in the world. Just having my morning tea. The sun's shining in here. You can probably see the little reflection. My antique sideboard has a mirror in it, and the mirror is reflecting the light coming in from the front door, and it's like right there. It's kind of cool. A little bit of a rainbow in the house, a little bit of rainbow here. I guess that's maybe my spirit guides telling me that, hey, things are going to be okay. Just need to get through this. I just need to keep my head down and just soldier on. But most days I just don't feel like doing that. Most days I just want off the planet. You know, if the great flash is supposed to happen, bring it on. Just bring it on already. I'm ready for it. You know. But I've been. Some of these people that I watch, they all say, "Oh, you need to start stocking up on a few things," and which is fine. It's smart, but how do you do that without feeling guilty that you're playing into the fear that they're trying to sell you on all the news channels and stuff like that? How do you set stuff aside without feeling like you're giving in to that fear? So I did buy a few things, like I bought some extra toothpaste and toothbrushes and deodorant and just a few extra things that won't spoil, things that aren't going to go bad. But then I felt guilty. For some reason, I felt guilty about doing that, and I don't know why. I felt like I was playing into the fear mongering, and those who think they're controlling the world. So I know I need to take a social media hiatus, especially from YouTube, and I need to start blocking certain channels and videos because it just makes my anxiety and that baseline fear even worse. I guess I'm ready for winter to be over. It was snowing and blowing out at the farm, so winter's having its last hurrah up at the farm. But like I said, here it's nice. I'm looking forward to that shift in the seasons, to being outside, to getting my hands in the garden. I mean, once the snow is gone, we've got a lot of work ahead of us because the garden never did get cleaned up last fall the way it should have. We ran out of time. Glenn booked us in for so many markets that we spent all our time trying to get ready for these markets, and then it rained and poured, and we barely got our garlic in the ground before it froze. And so we got all the fencing stakes and the drip lines pulled out, like all the hardware pulled out, but there's still plant material that has to be dealt with. So once the snow is gone and the garden dries up, going to be busy. April's going to be a busy month, just getting everything prepped and ready to go. I'll be starting more seeds here at the end of March, which I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to getting more seeds started. I guess the garden is, even though it's a lot of hard physical work, I guess the garden is still my solace, I guess. Just, working with the plants and the soil and just being able to be outside, I guess that's the other thing, like I can spend as much time outside and in nature and with the birds and the bees and the trees, and I'm not sure that I could give that up for an indoor job. Don't know. I guess that's why I'm in the situation I'm in. I guess I just wish I could get paid to do the work, to do what I'm doing, which is gardening. But oh well, that's me. Those are my issues right now. So anyway, I just thought I'd pop on and say hello to everyone and see how you're all doing. Have a cup of tea, have a cup of joe, sit down, breathe, relax, ground. Oh, I need to do some grounding in the worst way, I guess. Just take the few moments just to breathe that energy down. Anyway, hope you're having a great Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right? Some days I don't even know what day it is. Time is just passing so weirdly right now. But have a good midweek. Have a good spring equinox. Have a great weekend coming up. And I hope to be connecting with you again soon. Love you. Take care for now. Bye.